second reduction zone hunt with significant success so far. There was a lady in the parking lot that told me that the first hunt in early November, there's 60 hunters that come in here, and she thought it was less than 30 of them harvested a deer, so I was somewhat skeptical, but I came back into this area. It looked good on the map, and sure enough, I jumped 3 does just as I was starting to get into the bedding area that I was wanting to look at, what I thought was a bedding area. And then I had a little doe about run me over. Something that I'm surprised at is I've seen those does and there's 0 buck sign. And this is just the first spot I'm scouting, so I'm getting ready to loop around here. I'm on a little ridge, little bitty ridge. I'll loop around and head out and head over to my second spot. Right now, unless I just see absolutely blistered ground where those deers are traveling, this is probably the ridge I will be on Monday morning. It's kind of an interesting spot. None of the ridges are very big, but there might be 50 to 80 feet in elevation difference is all that there is, but they're definitely bedding up here where these 3 little ridges come together. So anywho, I will see if I can back out of here, loop around and back out, hopefully find a rub or something, and then head over to the second spot. All right, so scouting for the second reduction zone hunt, I am done. I found the perfect spot. The only problem is there was a couple guys that rolled up at the trailhead and was walking that direction. Now, there's a lot of country back that way, but if they've got onX or any of those, they're going to see the same things I do. And they very well could find the same sign that I did. But I found a really cool spot. Little, again, same thing as the other one. Little bit of a ridge, but there's a heavy transition line from bedding to more open oaks. And there's a heavily used trail. There are massive rubs. The freshest scrape I've seen all year. Like, it was worked this morning, 100%. So the plan, I gotta hop in the truck and drive around. It's a one-way road, so I gotta drive around and see exactly how I need to go to be able to to get to the trailhead on Monday morning. Hopefully got a south or a west wind, which is the most common. A northwest wind might be okay-ish. I'm not real sure on that one, but south or west would be beautiful. So yeah, hopefully which we're gonna get here early like we did for Brown County hunt. We'll get in here early. Hopefully we're the first ones in there. And, there's only 60 people hunting this zone. So I'm hoping that maybe it's not like the last time where I end up with 10 people on the same ridge as me. But we'll see, right? Walking back to the truck, I'll go up here and see if I can locate how to drive around this place. And then, yeah, we will wait and see what Monday morning brings. know there's deers anyway. Oh, where she's gonna go? That's a big old doe, man. Holy smokes. All right. It is December 2nd, 2024. It is about 2:40 in the morning. We are headed to another reduction zone hunt. We was lucky enough to get 2 draws this year in Indiana. This one is a little farther south. I am pretty excited about this one. I scouted it a couple days ago. Found some really awesome sign down there. So, again, like the first one, we want to be the first at the gate. We didn't quite get it done at the last one. It was the third, I think, both mornings. So, it is cold. 14 degrees. Probably one of the coldest mornings I personally have ever hunted. But, hey, the deers ought to be moving. So, we are headed out the driveway now. Horses are all taken care of. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Almost noon. I actually got up at 11 and went and looked at this trail, and I had a buck and some does come through. The only reason I know there was a buck is because I heard him grunting, and they were 35, 40 yards away, but it was still dark, so I didn't get a chance at them. But whenever I go and I scouted on down kind of the direction they went, and there's just not a lot of good sign. Like, there's so much more deer activity on this little ridge. So I moved over about, I don't know, maybe 30 yards from where I was, just so I could see the entirety of this little bowl that I'm in. And I'm going to sit here the rest of the day, and then I think I'll come back here in the morning. Have an east wind, which is the exact opposite as to what was forecasted, but I'm pretty good as long as I don't have a north wind. So we'll sit here for a couple hours. We got to be out of here by 4. So I'll sit here till about 3 o'clock, and then I'll pack up and walk out and be back here early in the morning. So just to give you some perspective, there's a scrape up here, over here, and then there's a big scrape right there, and then there's an old scrape down in here, and then there's an oak tree over here that is still got a lot of acorns around it. So that's why I'm set up here, so I can see all of that. All right, well, we are back in the truck. It's about 1:40. We didn't have any luck today. It's kind of a weird day, but I really figured they'd been moving, but they weren't. So, got to be out of here by 4. There's no evening hunting on these reduction zones. So, I am going to be done for the day. I'm going to head home and get something to eat. Haven't ate anything yet today. Be back in here bright and early again in the morning. and go back to that same spot. It looks too good. I just can't get over all the sign that's back here, and then I didn't see a deer. So, I don't know. Now, I had some deer come in on me early, before daylight. Looks like there's been some deer down the power line, but anyway, we will be back for day number 2 of Reduction Zone late. All right, day number 2. We are heading up the driveway now. Horses are turned out. So day 2 of the late Reduction Zone hunt. Didn't have much luck yesterday, but we got a little bit of snow last night, just a little skiff. It's actually a little bit warmer. It was like 14 degrees yesterday, 21 this morning. So let's hope, that snow gets stuff up and moving a little bit more. I've got all those scrapes around me. It'd be nice if he'd come check those this morning, but my guess would be is he probably hit those late last night after the snow stopped. But hey, we'll hope. All right, so day number 2. Again, we're going to try to be first at the gate, even though I don't know if there's anybody hunting around us real close that it's not like, I don't think we're racing anybody like we were in the early reduction hunt. So anywho, we will go, we shall sit, and hopefully we can harvest. So it's about noon, about 8:40. I missed a little bitty 8-pointer, but still a deer nonetheless. There was only 5 taken yesterday. And I was the second shot this morning, and I clean missed him. I double checked it, so I did hit a limb that I didn't see, so that probably threw the bullet high, would be my guess. Could have knocked it low, and I shot him 2 more times, and I think I killed a oak tree over there, but so yeah. Too bad it's so cold my GoPros don't work, or I'd had all that on video. But I double checked for blood out to about probably close to 150 yards. I clean missed him, so which I'd rather that than wound him and have a day or 2 at time trying to track him down. So we're gonna sit here. It's still noon. I can hunt till about 4. So we're gonna sit here till about 3:45 probably, and we'll see what happens. All the squirrels have went away since I shot. That's been kind of weird. It is dead quiet out here, minus all the traffic noise from the highway that's about 300 yards south of. So, anywho, the saga continues. All right, that is the end of legal. It is exactly 4 o'clock, and I'm back in the truck. Unfortunately, we missed that little buck this morning. That would have been a nice way to finish off the season, but oh well. It happens to the best of us, obviously. So we are headed out. I hope they don't get mad that I'm not out of the gate at 4, but we will see. It was interesting walking out. I had a lot of deer that moved past me throughout the day. There was a lot of fresh tracks behind me. And a couple fresh beds where even what I would guess a buck bedded down back behind me for part of the day and then moved off to my west. So kind of interesting that was happening because the wind was hitting me in the face, and he would have been directly downwind, and maybe that's why he was there. He knew I probably wasn't close enough to do anything about it, so he felt pretty safe. But anyway,
I do not know if I am hunting muzzleloader or not. I got to check the meat situation in the freezer and go from there. So hopefully we'll fill one more tag before the year's over. If not, this was probably my last hunt of the year. And it's been a good season. So 1227 out.